I am just pulling this up because I'm also going to go live in my training group. So I'm just going to pull this up. Well, I'm waiting for a couple of people to hop on. So let's see here. Today we're going to be talking about social media. And I'm going to be sharing my top 5 tips. Five tips. 5 tips. Okay? No tricks. No tricks. There's no tricks to anything when it comes to your business. There's no tricks to anything when it comes to social media. There is just how-tos, right? Okay. So all right. Get this in here. That way we can go live, and we'll be live in both places. Isn't that fun? All right, I think I'm good there. She'll be pulling me up. Live video starting. Anybody else not a fan of Facebook? Okay. All right, we should be live. Hello, for those of you just joining. Okay. Erica, you've been a consultant since June. Yay. Oh, well, I believe that you are going to get some tips out of today. I'm going live for those of you who are just here catching on. I'm going to go live. Well, I am live in both on both YouTube and on Facebook. This way it will, I just don't have to upload later. So, hey, that's a winning deal, right? And I haven't done this in a while. So if you see me looking up, if you see me looking down, then that's why, okay? I'm not trying to be rude. But let's go ahead and dive into our topic today. Social media. Oh my goodness. I love me some social media. I will say, if you guys know anything about me and my journey, 3 years, yes, you are getting the hang of it, my friend. You are showing up. And so building my business was not something that came very easy for me. It actually took a lot of hard work. It took a lot of effort. And I really had to figure out what was going to work for me, because I didn't have a base of local customers when I was starting my business. I don't have a whole lot of family who were there to support me, right? So I didn't get those family orders. My friends were busy working too, so they couldn't host parties. They couldn't really do too much. And yeah, I do have friends who will put in an order here or there, but I really didn't focus on that friends and family circle, right? I know a lot of people will tell you start with your friends and family, but it just, to me, it felt very icky, right? Yeah, exactly, about family. Yeah. I mean, they love me, but I didn't want to come off like, I started this, now you have to buy what I'm selling, right? Like that. It was not me. And it was never anything, hello. It was never anything that I really pushed too much to my friends or my family. So as much as they love me, as yours will love you, we don't necessarily want to be, how do I say this, pushy to getting them to start buying from you, right? The way that I look at it is this: we want our friends and family, if that's where you're at in your business, we want them buying just like we want customers buying. We want them buying because they want to buy, not because they feel obligated to be buying from us, right? They don't need to feel obligated, okay? Wisconsin, yay, Wisconsin's in the house. I love it. They don't need to feel like they have to do these things, right? I don't ever want my friends or my family to feel like they have to be doing all of these things just to support my business, right? I mean, we all hope that they help us out from time to time, but I didn't want them feeling like they had to. And that's really where I kind of come from in this whole chain of thinking, however we want to put it. I was trying to put this up here so I'd have more light. I should have planned better, but I did not. Alas, I did not. Um, so let's get into the 5 tips. I've talked long enough. Um, circles, yes. See, it's all about the sharing, right? It's all about how you're sharing the things that you love. And at the end of the day, that's honestly what we're doing. We are sharing things that we love. If you don't love Scentsy, I am not sure why you're a consultant. I mean, I'm just gonna put it out there. I don't know why. Maybe you're like, I don't love it, but whatever. So, I wanted to share those top 5 tips because that is what built my business. Literally built my business with social media. All right, number 1, we're jumping in. Number 11, Virginia Beach. Yes, love my East Coasters. Virginia Beach. Number 1, show up consistently. I keep saying at some point I'm going to get a tattoo somewhere that says consistency. And because that's honestly how often I say it. I say it a whole heck of a lot. And I don't say it just to say it. I say it because that's what worked for me. That's how I figured out that that was what was going to be able to push me in with social media. I'm just going to get the elephant out of the room and say it. I mean, I know I'm on Facebook Live, so hopefully I don't get banned. But I'm not a fan of Facebook. I'm just not. I'm not a fan. I am here because my team and my group pages are here, and that's a really great way for me to be able to really connect with them. It's a great way for me to have my VIP page, right, and connect with my customers. I do also have a business page, which I'm going to be completely honest. I really only use it for like big announcements. For the most part, I am me and me is Scentsy because after 10 plus years, if you are talking about me, you're talking about Scentsy because I'm either wearing it, right? I'm either wearing it, I'm either carrying it around, it's in my car, it's in my purse, in my Impress Me packets. I'm handing it out to different people. I'm leaving business cards. Whenever I'm online or I'm taking a picture or doing a video, it's probably about me either changing my wax, working my business behind the scenes, right? Why? Because that's who I am. That's who I am. I have literally incorporated Scentsy into my life. And that, I believe, is probably, this is why I put this as number 1, is probably the number 1 reason why I do have customers that I am gaining every single month from social media. Because here's the thing, right? We now know in the world of social media, there's influencers, right? There's an influencer for every product you can think of, okay? There's influencers. There's celebrity influencers, right? I don't even know how many times I have seen the darn Khloe Kardashian migraine medication commercial, like for real. Like your life was so hard before you, whatever. Okay. Get off my Kardashian horse, but guilty pleasure too, but right? Like I see those things. And that's what our customers are saying too, right? Now, that is not me coming on and grabbing a bar and saying, this bar saved my life because it was able to smell my whole house like the holidays, and it just made my holidays better. Okay, that's a false claim, right? Okay, honestly, let's be real. It didn't save my life, no. Do I enjoy it? Oh my goodness, yes I do. And do I like to use things that I enjoy? Doesn't everybody, right? Okay, we all love doing that. And if you want to be successful, I'm going to pull this all the way outside of Scentsy because I know I'm on YouTube Live, right? So even if we're not talking about Scentsy, I don't care if you're selling a weight loss supplement. I don't care if you're doing a makeup. I don't know. I don't know. Whatever it is that people sell now, right? Whatever it is, people want to see how it works for you in your life. If you are not showing how it's working or how it's a part of your life, you are missing the bus. I'm just going to say that. You're missing the bus. You have to be showing what you are doing or how you are doing it in your life. That's honestly what people connect with most of all, right? Are you a busy mom? Are you a parent who works outside of the home and you're trying to balance that work home life thing, right? Are you constantly feeling like you're behind in getting the house clean, or getting things done, or, you know, like all of those things, right? We all have, or at some point have had, right? Those things that have just literally sucked all of the time out of our day. In my 9 to 5 cubicle job, it sucked the life out of me, okay? It sucked the life out of me. As, you know, you guys can probably relate to that. But I had to do it though, right? I had to do it. And I had to do it with a smile. Yes. I'm not somebody who can just do something halfway. I'm just not. I am somebody who, if that's what I'm doing it. I'm going to do the damn thing. Straight up. That's just what I'm going to do. When it came to Scentsy and when I started working Scentsy as a business, that's when I really started saying, okay, I just show people what it looks like in my house with Scentsy. And when I was just starting, like I said, I've been doing this for over 10 years, right? I joined in January of 2012. January of 2012. That was long before I was going live on Facebook or YouTube or Facebook even, right? Like long before all of those things. I had to really figure out how I was going to get people interested in Scentsy. And I quickly found that if I just shared what I was loving, what I was using, how I was using it, then that was what was drawing people to me. Okay? So I had to show up consistently on my social media. Now, back then, I didn't really do a whole lot on my personal page. I was taught that you only did Scentsy, you only shared your business on your business profile. You did not pull it into your public profile. That was like a huge no, right? Hindsight 2020. But I really realized that that wasn't really working for me. Have you guys ever felt that way? Like no matter how often you showed up on your business page, you just weren't really getting anywhere. That's how I felt. That's how I felt. I felt like I wasn't getting anywhere. I needed to really figure out, okay, well, what does this look like to somebody else? What does this look like to a potential customer? And so when I started sharing specifically on Facebook more on my personal profile, that's when I started noticing that people were paying more attention. They were actually starting to come around and they were starting to see, oh my gosh, she actually uses this stuff, right? Okay, well, I'm going to listen now because now I'm intrigued, right? We do it all the time as consumers. Put yourself in the seat of the consumer, right? We do it all the time. I am I am so guilty about finding something on Instagram and then going to the shop now link and starting to shop. Guilty. Okay? All right. I know I'm not alone in this. But it's because those things show up consistently for me. So I know that in my business, in order for me to be successful in getting new customers, I have to show up consistently. I can't just show up once a month. I can't show up once every 3 months when I know I'm going to lose my downline or, you know, whatever it looks like, right? Because let's be honest, I'm going to be real. There are very many consultants I see who are only sharing things when it's either a big announcement or there's a sale. Other than that, I never see them posting anything about Scentsy. I never see them changing their wax. I never see them talking about them working their business. I never see them fill in the blank. I only see it when there's a big release or if there's a sale. And you guys, if you are trying to be successful with social media, that is not the way. That is not the way. It is just not. Because people aren't going to take you at face value. and be like, oh, well, they're just showing up because, you know, it's this big thing. Or they're just showing up because there's this flash sale happening, whatever it is. It's hard to hear, but it's honest and it's true. And that's what you will always get from me, is the truth. All right, so number one, show up consistently. Even on the days you don't feel like it, show up. Just show up. You don't have to put your face, and if you're one of those people too, okay, because I'm on YouTube as well. So I might as well just, you know, talk to all the elephants in the room. Here's the thing. You don't want to put your face on camera? Don't put your face on camera. You don't have to. You don't have to. Now, is it a bonus? I say yes, simply because people are going to be able to connect with you more. We're visual human beings. That is how we are built. That's how our DNA works, right? That's how the chemistry in our brain works. That's why the whole saying comes from, do not judge a book by its cover, right? Because why? Because people were looking at the covers before they would even pick up the book. So it's the same thing, right? But if you're not at that comfort zone yet, I would encourage you, and I will always encourage you, to push outside of that comfort zone just a little. Take those baby steps if you need to, just a little baby step, just a little one, right? If that's what you need to do to get more comfortable, but just start doing it. Start doing it. Because otherwise, you're going to box yourself in and you're just going to become anonymous. Did I do that with enough pizzazz? Anonymous, right? Because why? Because anybody, whether they're looking at your social media or somebody else's, they can go to Scentsy.com right now and they can put in their address and it will find them the nearest consultant, whoever that might be. That's showing up in the consultant locator, right? That could be Sally, who lives 5 houses down from me, who never shows up on social media, doesn't do any follow-ups. This is really more of just a hobby for her. So if she happens to get that random website order, she's not excited because she probably didn't even check the email. Is she going to follow up with that customer and give them the best service? Probably not. Probably not, because she's probably not really working our business. Or if she is, it's not really a business. It's more of a hobby, which is fine for Sally. That's fine. But for the customer, again, put yourself in that customer's shoe and say, well, gosh, wouldn't it be nice if she had at least said thank you if I ordered off of her website? That would have been nice, right? That would have been nice. So we want people coming back to us, not just a Scentsy consultant in general. We want them connected to us. And one of those ways is, again, it's your face. You don't have to put on all the makeup, okay? I do it because it's one of my daily habits. Because if I get up and get out of bed and I don't get dressed or I don't put on my face, then here's the thing with Jacqui. I will laze off the entire day. And granted, I might still work from my phone or my iPad or whatever, from the couch or from bed. But to be completely transparent, I probably won't be doing a whole lot of work. Because my brain, it's really all built upon those atomic habits, right? It's built upon, if I get dressed, brush my teeth, take my daily medication, and get dressed, and then put my face on, right? Then I'm kind of ready for the day, and I am ready to dive in. That's just how my routine works. If I vary from that routine, then yeah, I'm probably going to be a little bit more lazy. I'm probably going to be like, well, I could probably just answer some emails or see if I can find some pictures to post because I'm just not feeling it today. And that's okay if you're not feeling it every single day. You don't have to feel it every single day. And you don't have to be like me either, right? I know, I'm a little bougie. It's fine. It's fine. But that's how I work. And that's how I work the best. It's by doing my habits every single day. Those are the things that work for me. May not work for you, but you're going to find the things that are going to work for you. All right, number two. Add value. I'm not going to lie. This one annoys me to no end. Simply annoys me. And I'm not saying that to be mean or to be whatever, right? it's annoying to me to see people who are like right now in our Scentsy business, right? We have licensing deals. And we have licensing deals with Warner Brothers, with Disney, with NFL, with NHL. Um, who else? Well, the Disney one kind of encompasses like Marvel and all the other umbrellas, right? Warner Brothers encompasses a lot of different products and licenses and things like that, right? One of those things happens to be Hocus Pocus, right? We're getting ready to go into the holiday season, which I'm extremely happy about because honestly, it is my favorite time of year. This is my favorite time of year. Yes, it is. It is my favorite time of year and I love it. I love it. I just decorated my house yesterday. I'm so excited. I went to bed so stinking happy last night. I was just like, my house just feels better and I feel better. But that's me, right? Okay, so here's the thing. When I talk about value, I hope I don't make a lot of you mad. I hope so. Or I hope not. It annoys me. Don't tell anybody this, okay? It's between us. It annoys me when I see people who are on there talking all about Hocus Pocus or Harry Potter or whatever it is, right? And they're like, oh my gosh, Harry Potter's back. Can you believe it? Or Hocus Pocus is here. I'm finally excited. Oh, light the black flame candle, right? And all these things, right? And then they come back in their comments or on another post or they're talking to you and they're like, yeah, I've never seen the movies. I know nothing about it. Then why are you... I mean, I get it. Share a product. I get it, right? But don't come off trying to talk like you know what you're talking about. Because if you've never seen the movie, you don't know what you're talking about, right? Then your customers are not going to relate to you. When they see or when they hear or when you say, oh, by the way, I haven't ever seen the movie, so I don't know, right? Then why the heck are you talking about the black flame candle? Do you even know what that symbolizes? It's annoying to me. But we need to add value to what we are putting out there on social media. We need to add value to what we are putting out on social media. That's how important that is. That's why I'm saying it twice, okay? Add value. You need to be talking with your customers why they want to buy your products, whether that's Hocus Pocus, whether that's Harry Potter, whether that's the dish soap, whether that is the all-purpose cleaner, whether that is our wax, whether it is our travel twist. It's the same thing, right? If you were talking all about, oh, I love the travel twist, it's so convenient, and I love how you can put it anywhere, and it's so great, and then a customer will ask and be like, oh, so where do you put yours? And then the consultant replies back and says, oh, well, I haven't actually tried it yet. Why are you talking to me right now? If you haven't tried something, if you haven't watched a movie or whatever, right, then just say it. I haven't done it, but I hear it's amazing. I haven't tried the counter clean, but I hear it's amazing. Give them value. Okay, but one of the things that I'm going to tell you right here and right now, if you are sitting here and if you are marketing products, then you need to have at least some semblance of knowledge about the products. And I don't mean that you have to go out and buy every single product just so you can use the product. That's not what I'm saying at all. But what I am saying is there's this wonderful handy dandy guide called the Product Training Guide. If you didn't buy it in the consultant store because it's only $2, you couldn't get it, that's fine. Go in your workstation, pull it up, and you can see the digital version. You will learn all about our current catalog and all about the products that we are offering. You have to educate yourself and give value. Why should someone be ordering the counter clean? What purpose does it serve for your customers? If you've never used it, then you may not know, right? But again, you don't have to have used everything or bought everything to be able to know, right? You just have to be an educated consultant, right? So I'm pulling up my product training guide right now. I happen to actually use counter clean every single night in my kitchen. Right now is Sunkissed Citrus, but Okay, it tells me right here, the features and benefits: forms a dirt repelling barrier that makes cleaning easier over time. Boom. Why should somebody buy it? That's why they should buy it, because it's going to make cleaning easier over time, because the product actually builds a barrier on those surfaces. As somebody who cleans their kitchen every single day, hi, I would like that. Okay, okay. Great for those everyday spills and messes. Recommended for use on all sealed, non-porous surfaces, including granite, formica, treated wood, corian, and concrete. Now, most of us probably have those kitchen counters, okay? Let's just say it right there. Okay, it doesn't matter what it looks like. But that tells you right then and there where you should be using it, okay? All right. Give them value. Let them know how to use the products and what benefits they will get from using the products. Plain and simple. What benefits are they going to get from Hocus Pocus? You do not have to get on your social media if you've never watched the movie Hocus Pocus. For one, I'm sorry. Take the time and watch the movie. It's super cute. The kids love it. Okay, honestly, just watch the movie. But aside from that, if you don't want to watch the movie, it's not your cup of tea, then don't do it. But certainly don't come on your social media and advertise like you do. You're not giving value that way. You just aren't. But you can come on your social media and say, and it'll probably actually gain you more engagement if you are being truthful and saying, I've never seen the movie. Who else has never seen this movie? But look at this warmer. Isn't it pretty? How cool is this that the flame actually lights up at the bottom of the cauldron? Oh my gosh, what a cute feature that is, right? You're giving them value. Another thing that I like to do on my social media is, specifically because I'm on Instagram, and well, Facebook does it too. So I share my reels on on Facebook as well from my Instagram. But in my reels, I love showing people value. One of my highest performing reels to date is simply showing how I took the dish soap container and took the laundry liquid pump out of my used or empty laundry liquid container, cleaned it out, put it in my dish soap pump, and now my dish soap has a pump on it. I gave value to my customers right then and there. Oh my gosh, had no idea. Even my customers who currently are using dish soap, and they were like, probably like me, because that's what I was. I'm not gonna lie, that was my thing. I loved our dish soap. I hated, still hate, the fact that it's a flip top cap, and then I gotta turn it over, and then I gotta, for somebody who does dishes every single night, that was just like, I tried putting it in another container for a while, and I used that like a little regular pump container. It was fine, right? Okay. But when I took that laundry pump off and then put that on there, oh my goodness, world of difference. I now use the dish soap every single day. Is that going to give value to my customers? Hopefully so. But I will tell you, those are the things that they want to know. Another thing that I shared more recently was when I vacuum, taking the washer whiffs, right, and sprinkling them over the carpet. I let them sit for about 5-10 minutes, and then I go through and I vacuum the carpet. So what is that doing? It's instantly bursting those little scent pod little thingies into the air, but it's also scenting my vacuum filter as well. So when I go to vacuum next time, it still smells like the fluffy fleece washer whiffs that I sprinkle all over my carpet. How cool is that? Okay? How cool is that? That's adding value. Okay? So you have to give people things that are going to add value. Oh, gosh, I don't know how much I can say it. All right, number three. Number three is add you. And I've kind of already touched on this, but add you. Again, people want to be able to connect with you. People want to be able to know how you're using it, what you do, what drew you to Scentsy. Why do you do the things that you do, right? Just why? They want to know more about you. They want to know, do you have kids? Do you have a dog? Do you have cats? Do you love the holidays and going pumpkin picking with the kids or the grandkids, right? What do you like to do? And then how do you incorporate Scentsy into that? Now, I'm not going to lie. I am a mom. I work from home. So I don't get out of the house that often. unless I'm running errands, right? And so you will see on my social media that when I'm changing scent circles, I'm changing scent circles. Why? Because it literally makes me smile when I get in the car the next time, or while I'm out running the errands. And I will tell you, I love the scent circles. I love the scent circles, okay? I'm not gonna lie. The car bars, great. The car clips, great. I use the car clips too. They're in my vehicle right now. Well, on one, I've got one, right? There's two in a pack. I just switch them out. There's one in the car right now, right? And I have tried the mini fan diffuser in my car. It works great. It's fine. It's fun, right? But for me, my USB port is actually in my what do you call that thing? The that thing, right? The whatever it is. Okay, it's in there. Okay. I have a Dodge Journey, and that's where it is. It lives in there. So in order for me to have the mini wall fan, it has to be plugged into a USB port. And so for me to be able to plug it in, I got to open my thing. I got to plug it in down there, and then I got to wind the cord out so it doesn't get caught in the when it comes down, right? Because armrest. Armrest. I figured it out. Armrest, okay. Or console. Yeah, okay, console. Put it in there, right? And so it doesn't get squished or it doesn't get, you know, whatever, flattened when I close it, right? And then I got to set it out. And then it kind of awkwardly, because the cord doesn't all the way reach to like the cup holders for me in my car. So yeah, so it's a little bit difficult. So do I use it? Yeah. Is it one of the things that I go to every time? No. Okay. It just isn't. It just isn't. The travel twists I have tried in my car. I do like them in the car. They throw out a lot of good fragrance. But I was putting it in my cup holder, and I found that I use my cup holders. I totally do, because, you know, I'm not going to lie. Sometimes I go and get a drink. I need a cup holder, right? I need a cup holder. So scent circles for me are the way. That is why you will more than likely see me sharing scent circles when I'm changing them out in my vehicle. And why? Because, oh my gosh, it makes running errands so much better. Because I'm happier in my car. Even when I open the sunroof, I can still smell the scent circle. It's running through my whole car. I love it. I'm adding myself into my marketing, right? I'm sharing with my customers, with the people who are following me, why I love it. Because it's a strong scent. Because yes, it doesn't last forever. I know it doesn't last forever. Trust me, if they lasted longer. But in all honesty, that was the whole reason that I actually loved and fell in love with Scentsy back in 2012 when I first found it. Because I am a fragrance person, have always been a fragrance person. I was the person buying the big jar candles, okay, yep, and having them all over the house, one and usually at least the living room and the bedrooms, right, that kind of a thing, maybe one in the bathroom. But I always had candles all around my house. The thing that I found with candles was, yes, you know, I loved the scents that I would buy, but here was the thing. If I wanted a different scent, I had to go out and buy a whole new candle. And the candles that I liked were not that inexpensive. Because the quality, right? The quality for those candles was at a different price point. So I had to, you know, kind of pick and choose my battles. But with Scentsy, that was the thing that I fell in love with, that I could literally change the scent without changing the actual device or the jar, or in our case, the warmer, right, that it's in. All I had to do was either dump out the wax or take some cotton balls and soak up the wax, right, and put in new wax. And boom, I had a brand new scent, and my whole house smelled amazing. The same way it is in the car. Now, I will say I have my top 3 scent circles that I rotate through on a consistent basis. Everything else I just kind of throw in to the rotation. Weathered leather, and I know for some of you, you're like, Jacqui, I don't get it. But for me, it honestly is the closest thing to that new car smell. I love it. Weathered leather, yes. Okay, Tanya agrees with me. Okay, fine. I got a friend in Tanya. Okay, weathered leather, #1. My husband too, #1. That is it for him. #2 for me is a brand new one, and it is Velvet Moon. Oh my gosh, I'm over the moon, in love with that scent. I actually use the scent circles before I even warm the wax in the house. That's why, because I got the scent circles. I'd closed a party, so I had host rewards. So I usually, with my host rewards as a consultant, I'm usually buying a lot of scent circles. I get the bundle and save because I use scent circles not only to, give to customers and Happy Mail and things like that, but I personally use them as well. And so I went ahead and I closed out a party, so I just ordered a batch of Velvet Moon scent circles because I knew it was a new scent. I'd smelled it from the tester and I thought it was probably something I was going to like, right? And so one day I was like, okay, I got to go out and run the errands. I know it's time for a new scent circle, so I went back here. I keep mine up there on my pegboard back there, right? Went back, grabbed one. Happened to be Velvet Moon right on top. Just pulled it out, put it in the car. Oh my goodness, my life was changed. It smelled so damn good. I was like, shut the front door. What just happened in my car? I was in love. I immediately went and I was like, I gotta place my own Scentsy order. I need some of this in wax, right? I need this. So I got my wax in and then I actually ended up warming it, but all because I used it as a scent circle. So that's number 2 for me. Number 3 for me when it comes to scent circles is usually something along the lines of like Sunkissed Citrus. I still love Sunkissed Citrus. I love it so incredibly much, but I'm running very low on those scent circles, okay? But I like something maybe a little bit more sweeter or happier. Johnny Appleseed is another one that I will go back to time and time again. I just love that sweet, red, crisp apple. But those are the things that I share, right? And other people can relate to that. So by adding yourself in, sharing what you love, why you love it, those are the things that are going to help people connect with you. If you're a busy mom, like I said, if you're a parent, if you're running the kids back and forth to practices, school's back in session, right? Okay, I sent Madison with a travel twist for her locker. She absolutely loves opening her locker, and it smells pretty, and it smells different than everybody else's locker. Have you ever smelled a middle school locker? Not the best. Okay, but anyway, I digress. So add yourself into your marketing. What are you using? What are you using? And why do you like using it? Number 4, when it comes to social media, number 4, always be learning. Y'all, I know that you guys are like me and you hate the A word too, algorithm. Okay, we all probably are not a fan. But the only reason I am not a fan of the algorithm is simply because the algorithm is forever changing. It is forever changing. Whether you're on Facebook, whether you're on Instagram, the algorithm is always changing, which is why on Instagram, I follow the main Instagram account. I follow Adam Montessori on there, so I know, because he puts out a weekly, he's the one, by the way, he's the CEO or what owner, I don't know, whatever he is of Instagram, the big guy. He is out there telling what is coming, what is working in Instagram, things like that. So I listen. I make sure that every week I'm catching that, right? And he's talking about what's going to push your content further, right? Obviously, right now in Instagram, we know that Reels and video are going to push your content. So if you want to get more customers on social media, if you want to reach more than just the people who are following you, you need to be doing Reels. You need to be doing video. That can just mean taking pictures and creating a reel with just pictures. You don't have to be speaking. You don't have to do some crazy dance, right? You don't have to do all those things just to be successful. You just have to know what the algorithm is doing and then play into what the algorithm is doing. And also use your hashtags. Okay, hashtags. Hashtags work. That's what brings new people into you. And you can't stick with the same hashtags every single time you post. Why? Because the same hashtags are going to be talking to the same group of people. Are those people buying from you? Maybe, maybe not, right? You might catch one here or there, right? But you really need to be precise in your hashtags. Be precise. What are you talking about in the picture or the video or whatever it is that you just posted? You know, is it a picture of a bar, right? So what are you going to talk about a bar? Yeah, you could hashtag it Scentsy, but who are you more than likely probably going to get? You're probably going to get a lot of Scentsy consultants, right? Because they're also following that Scentsy hashtag. That's the way it works, okay? But are you talking about fragrance? Are you talking about fall decor? Are you talking about making your house smell like the holidays, right? Those are hashtags that you need to be including in, okay? You need to be learning how the algorithms are working. So if you're somebody who lives on Facebook and that's your jam, well then I mean, I don't really know if Facebook does the same thing as Instagram. Do they? Do they come out and tell you what they're doing? Probably not. I don't think I've ever seen it. I mean, there's probably some blogs out there that people do, influencers or whatever. Okay, but Instagram, on the other hand, does tell us, and which is just another reason why I love Instagram versus Facebook. Sorry to say that. I hope I'm not hurting your feelings, but that's just honestly why I do, and I'm able to reach a wider audience because I know what Instagram is pushing, and I know what I need to be doing as a content creator, because at the end of the day, that's what I'm doing. I'm a content creator. I'm creating content that I want people to be watching or to be listening to, or something that they're going to say, oh my gosh, I had no idea that Scentsy had a pet line. They've got pet shampoo? Are you kidding me? Hashtags are going to do that for you, okay? And you need to learn and be abreast with what is going on in social media. I know, if you're going to use it, you got to know how, right? With great power comes great... What's the saying? I don't know. I just opened up that darn Spider-Man thing too, and it had the quote on there. With great power comes great responsibility. I don't know. Whatever. The Spider-Man quote. Okay, you get it. So you've got to be able to do responsibility. Thank you. Tanya's my girl today. You gotta be able to know what you're doing. Got to be able to know what you're doing, to know what to do, to know how to reach new customers. So that is probably going to look like what it looks like for me, and that is not just following Scentsy people, okay? If you are only following Scentsy people, or if you're not Scentsy and you're another network marketer, then following the people in your company, okay? Just substitute that out. But if you're only following those people, then that's all you're going to be seeing, and that's all you're going to be talking to. Are other consultants going to be buying from you? No. Well, I mean, I hope not, but no, they aren't your target audience, right? They're not your target audience. Your target audience are customers, people who want to buy. So you also need to, so one of the things that I will say on this topic before I jump to number 5 and tie us up is, you need to be following and you need to be looking for what other people are doing, specifically more influencers or people who are teaching more social media tips, okay? Those are the accounts that you want to be following, because they're going to probably open your eyes to new things that you had no idea. That's how with my reels, I've been able to learn how to do reels better, because I follow people who, like, that's what they do, right? They sell all these master classes or whatever. I don't subscribe to their master classes, but I am following them to see what are they doing to attract people into their circle, right? That's what I'm looking for. All right, number 5. And this one may be the hardest one of all. Number 5. Keep failing. If you've never failed at social media, then that means you are not trying enough. 10 plus years of working in this business, I have learned that I am not the best when it comes to everything. Far from it, right? I'm not the best. I'm not the end all, know all. I'm not. That is why I am staying consistent. That's why I add value into what I'm posting. That's why I'm adding myself and being authentic in what I'm posting. That's why I'm always learning and trying to stay on top of what is happening in this world, right? In the world of social media. And that is why I will continue to keep failing. Failure doesn't mean that you failed. Failure means you are trying. Failure means you are stepping outside of your comfort zone and you are trying new things. Failure is good. You asked 20 people today if they'd be interested in buying some Scentsy from you, and all 20 say no. Look at how good you got today at asking people about trying to buy Scentsy. You're 20 times better by the end of the day. Even though all you got was no's, maybe you figured out a better way to ask. Keep failing. You tried a reel and like nobody even liked it, or you looked at your insights. If you're somebody who looks at insights, which I hope you do if you're in the world of social media and you want to be in the world of social media, okay, please do. Okay, look at your insights. That's what's going to tell you what's working, what's not, okay? But even if you're not, you know which things are not working for you, right? And just because you might be doing the thing that somebody else who's doing the same exact thing as what you were trying has had amazing success with, or 5 new people joined their team because they posted this and then you posted this and nothing happened, that's okay. You learned what not to do or what doesn't work for the people who are following you. And at the end of the day, that's what it's all about. I see a lot of people copying and pasting other people's posts. Now, I think that that's great in little pieces. In little pieces. Because if you were copying and pasting, literally word for word, picture for picture, the exact same thing that somebody else is doing, then for one, it's probably not authentic to you, because the wording, I guarantee you, probably doesn't sound like you. The people who follow you or the people who know you in real life are like, do they have an assistant? Does she have an assistant now? Like, what has happened? Like, she doesn't talk like that. Like, why is she talking like that? That sounds so weird. I've never heard her talk like that. That's because it's not you. It's not how you talk. It's not the same cadence or not the same delivery system, right? And I always use this as my perfect example, right? If you don't use y'all in a sentence, then why are you using it in a post? Why are you using it? It's not you. It's not something you would normally say. If you met that person at the grocery store and walked up to them, would you say, hey, how y'all doing? If you wouldn't, then don't put it in your caption either on social media. It's not you. You have to continue to fail. You have to figure out what's going to work for you and what is not. And then, I'll follow it up with my next favorite word, which is pivot. We're going to pivot when things don't work out well. And let me tell you, you want to have things not work out well. Why? Because it's going to show you what works and what doesn't. How many times have I done a Facebook party? I don't even know. How many times have I had a complete flop on a Facebook party? I don't even know, but I know it's a lot. Does that mean I'm not going to do Facebook parties anymore? Hell no. That means I'm going to do Facebook parties, but I'm just going to figure out a new way to do them. I'm going to try it a different way. Because the way that I was doing it wasn't working. I was failing. So I had to pivot. I had to figure out a different way to do it. I had to be learning. I had to look to see, okay, what is working for other people? All right, now how can I take what's working for her and how can I make it work for me? It's a little eye-opening, isn't it? Those are my top 5 tips for social media. And obviously I could go on and on and on about social media all day long, but alas, I will not, because you have work to do and so do I. So, all right, hopefully, I'm not even going to say that. I'm not going to say hopefully. I'm going to say take these tips and use them. Conform them to you. Not to me, not to my business, not to your sponsor, not to your best friend, not to your neighbor, not to anybody else who's posting Scentsy too. I want you to apply them to you. Be specific to you. Talk to your audience. Figure out who your audience is. Who's your audience? And then speak to them. How can you serve your audience? How can you solve problems and give value to your audience? Those are the things that you need to be posting, because those are the reasons why your audience will become your customer. I'd like to say it's science, and probably is in some weird social media way. But after 10 years, I can tell you, I'm pretty darn good at the whole social media thing. I'm not being braggy at all when I say that. I'm only saying that because I have tried 5,001 ways to work this business on social media, because I am not and never have been the person who has 5 home parties booked every single month or does huge events. I'm not that person. That's not me as a consultant. I have chronic pain issues that I don't have the ability to actually physically be able to go like set up a booth and then tear it down at the end of the day and then be on my feet all day long. I just don't. I just don't. But I had to learn that very early on, that that wasn't me, and how to pivot and turn around and say, okay, that's not me. So what am I going to do? I poured myself into social media. That's what I did, because it was what was going to work for me. And that's what you need to do, is figure out what is going to work for you. So I'll say my top 5 tips again. Show up consistently, add value, add yourself, be authentic, always be learning, and keep failing. And you will have success. I love you all. Goodbye, YouTube. Happy to see you again, and I will see you soon.